Hello everybody, this is Gregory with Permanent Weight Loss Made Easy, where there should be no hesitancy in your weight loss and in your weight maintenance. Today we're going to talk about the use of tea and coffee in your weight loss journey. Now before we begin, if you need help from the weight loss perspective, contact me through the Clarity FM link found here in the episode notes. As you guys know, I lost over 100 pounds and have kept it off for 30 plus years. So I do apologize for not doing episodes here as often as I was doing in the past, but it is what it is. So I drink a lot of tea. I probably drink 9 to 12 glasses of tea a day. And right now I'm drinking a pu'er tea, which is a fermented dark tea from China. This is what's called a gawan, which really I think in Mandarin just means cup lid. But I love tea. Now, today, and really I would say in the last 10 years, there's been this idea and resurgence of tea and coffee being like this tea will make you lose weight. And I just want to do a quick video on this because it's kind of like the idea of vegetarianism. And we've talked about in the past how it's like nobody has like a normal, like regular, it's okay to eat some meat and some vegetables. It's either like you're a vegetarian or you're a carnivore. And like there's nothing in the middle that's good anymore. And I would tell you this, like with vegetarianism, look, you could be a vegetarian, but if you're a junk food vegetarian, you're probably not going to lose weight. And if you do lose weight, you're probably going to regain it. Because a junk food vegetarian is you're eating a lot of middle aisle grocery store foods that are high in calories and have no nutrition. It's not substances. It's not going to fill you up. So if you choose to be a vegetarian, all right, that's your choice. But I would tell you that eat foods that fill you up. So eat like legumes, for example, that have a lot of protein. Eat avocado, which has a lot of fat and so forth. So going to tea and coffee, the idea, and you'll see a lot of this like on Pinterest and Instagram, drink green tea, you'll lose weight, green tea. Well, look, you could be drinking 10 cups of green tea, but if you're eating 6 bags of Cheetos a day, you ain't gonna be losing weight. Tea and coffee are not elixirs. Like amulets back in the day, we used amulets to keep away evil spirits. It doesn't work like that. You still gotta look at how many calories you're bringing in versus how many calories you're expending. Tea and coffee are great in that they can speed up your metabolism. Okay, they are great diuretics in that it helps you, flush out your kidneys, and that these two things can help you lose weight. They both tend to curb appetite as well. So lots of times hunger masquerades as thirst, in that we think we're hungry, but really we're thirsty. So if you're drinking a lot, and this is a biohack that some people do before they have their meals, they drink 4 cups of water because then their stomach's going to be full and they're less likely to eat. So these are things you can do. And look, I think the benefits of the Camellia sinensis plant, which is the plant where we get the 6 categories of tea, most famous tea being green tea, is that green tea is not oxidized. So they pluck the leaf and then they essentially kill green it and then you drink it as is, whereas black tea is oxidized or broken down. So I would tell you the benefits that you hear about tea are mostly from green tea and then white tea, which is very little oxidized. So if you are going to be drinking tea, I would tell you drink green and white tea. And I would tell you don't drink a lot of matcha lattes because they have tons of sugar. Drink these teas straight, black, boring. But the benefits of tea is mostly when it comes to fighting cancer, because the tea plant has a lot of antioxidants in the forms of polyphenols and catechins and ECGCs and all these things like these. And these things fight free radical damage. So they're good in that regard. And you'll see a lot of things. Well, the Japanese drink 15 cups of tea and the Japanese live till they're 90. Yeah, but a lot of that is their diet, guys. They're eating a lot of seaweed. They're eating a lot of fresh foods. They're not, the Western diet has moved to Japan, so there are more overweight people there. But if you go to the small islands like Okinawa and these places, the diet is still pretty basic. So it's not necessarily they're drinking a lot of tea, that the tea helps, but they're just eating a basic kind of paleo diet where it's a lot of rice, maybe some fish, maybe some seaweed, maybe some vegetables, and it's just a very simple life. And I think that's the key. When it comes to coffee, I have an episode over at Holistic Health Radio, formerly Awakened Man. There are benefits to drinking coffee. I would tell you it's better overall, though, to drink tea, because coffee, it's really adulterated now because of Starbucks. So a lot of coffee that people drink are just loaded with milk and sugar. But even if you drink black coffee, one of the issues with coffee is that coffee has a lot of caffeine compared to tea, and it can cause jitteriness and palpitations. And so if you have this issue, then I would go to tea. Tea has less caffeine, but the also benefit of tea is tea has an enzyme called theanine. And what theanine does, theanine prevents the spike crash that you have with coffee, in that you spike, you're all jittery, then you crash and you have to drink more coffee. Theanine kind of gives you this nice steady alertness. And so you find theanine in tea, but you don't find theanine in the Arabica bean and the coffee bean. So I think that's another reason that you should gravitate toward tea. So in closing, if you want to drink coffee and tea, there are benefits to both. I would tell you drink them both black. I mean, drink tea, in other words, with no sugar and milk, and drink a lot of it. There's benefits preferably to green and white tea, but if you still have a junk food diet, it's not really going to help you. The benefits of tea, aside from the antioxidants, is not really going to help you. And the thing about the antioxidants in teas, the antioxidants fight against cancer, but what's countering that is a high sugar diet with a lot of refined sugar increases your chances of getting cancer. So again, the crux is changing your diet. And then if you want to implement tea and coffee, that's great. Guys, post in the comments. I'd like to hear from you. Until next time, take care, God bless, and pray.